Hey guys, Brad Drathrorol here, and once again I am joined by my spouse. Say hi,
Hi.
spouse. Alright, so the day that this one's going up is going to be the week before Valentine's Day, and our next one is going to be going up on Valentine's Day. So, as a little thing to celebrate that, next week on Valentine's Day we'll be doing waifus, but as a precursor to that, this week we'll be doing cute cards.
I love cute things.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're going to be playing essentially good, bad, and broken. Uh, she has no TCG experience whatsoever,
No.
so um, so her goal is to guess if a card is good. If a card is good, then uh, it has to have seen competitive play at some point. It doesn't matter if it's now or sometime in the past. It doesn't matter if it's currently good or used to be good and sucks now. If it was ever good at any point, it's a good card. For bad, is any card that never saw competitive viability at any point. And for broken, uh, it has to have been forbidden on the ban list at some point, at any point. Doesn't matter when or for how long. If it was ever banned, it is considered broken. So, are you ready?
Yes. Also, like and subscribe.
Okay. So, anyway, let's see here. Let's start with our first card.
Karibo!
Yep. Oh, for this one as well as the next one, I will be going in release order for all of the cards, and this time around, instead of doing only 10 cards, since you were so disappointed that we only got to do 10 each last time and the time before that, we're doing 20 cards for each video. So we'll see how that goes. So, anyway.
Okay.
So, let's start with Karibo.
Karibo. During damage calculation, if your opponent's monster attacks quick effect, you can discard this card. You take no battle damage, or you take, no battle damage from that battle.
And I tried to make the text a bit larger this
Oh,
time
it
since you had a
Oh, yeah, that's
since you had a hard
nice.
time reading last time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to guess that this is a bad card.
Okay. And what makes you guess that?
Don't ask that. We discussed that.
But I mean, I gotta get your thought process. You can't just say if like, yeah, you're guessing, but I mean,
That's it. I'm
what's
guessing.
what's the reason for your guess?
That's it. I'm guessing.
Okay. I mean, you're right, but I mean, you gotta give me more than that. But yeah, this card has never seen competitive play.
But no, I already knew it was bad because you've said it's bad in the past. That I just knew.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because of Little Karibo. We had a whole discussion on it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Karibo has never seen competitive play. I mean, it's a classic card. It's a fun card, casual card, and it's a fan favorite because the anime. But yeah, it's kind of a bad card. So, anyway, all right, moving on to the next one.
Scapegoat. Summon 4 sheep tokens in defense position. They cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. You cannot summon other monsters to turn or activate this card, but you can normal set.
Yep. Thing to note about this is that it's a quick play spell, which means you can either activate it on your turn like a normal spell, or you can set it first and activate it on your opponent's turn like a trap card.
I'm gonna say this is a good card.
Yeah, this is a good card. This card has been really good in multiple formats. This card even has a format named after it called Goat format, which is the 2005 Time Wizard format that everybody loves, and then this card was even good as recently as like 2017 through 2019 because it summoned 4 tokens which you could go into a Link 4 monster with, because I mean it's free bodies. I mean, they were mostly in control decks during that time, but I mean, yeah, it's a good card. It doesn't see any play nowadays, which is kind of sad. But the fact that it was good, like just good, just a good solid card, like throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history up until like 2020 when the world ended. It ended because Scapegoat became bad, not because of the reason we're all thinking.
Okay.
But yeah, but it never got banned, so yeah, just a good card. Okay, next one.
Rescue Cat. You can send this card to the GY, special summon to level 3, or lower beast monsters from your deck, but their effects are negated, also destroyed during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Cat once per turn.
Alright, so what are you thinking?
I'm gonna say it's a good card.
Okay. What if I told you that that this card was actually better than it is now, because this is the eroded version of Rescue Cat. The original version made it so that the effects weren't negated and it wasn't a once per turn.
That's cool.
Okay. That doesn't change your answer at all?
I'm just gonna guess that it's good, unless it's been banned.
Yeah, it was banned. This card is broken. Well, it was broken. But yeah, even with the errata, it actually still saw some competitive play in a Burning Abyss variant, which was they called it Dante's Cat. But
It's adorable.
yeah. So, but yeah, this card was so busted that they had to, ban it, and then it came back with an errata. And oftentimes when a card receives an errata, it stops seeing play when it gets unbanned, because they make it drastically worse than what it was. But even with the errata, this card was still good enough to see some play. So yeah. But anyway, all right, next one.
Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle?
Yes.
When this card is special summoned, you can special summon as many Crystal Beast monster cards as possible from your spell and trap zones. If this is face up, destroy a monster in the monster zone. You can place a face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the GY.
Okay, so while it's a monster, if it's destroyed while in the monster zone, it gets sent to the spell and trap zone as a spell instead of going to the graveyard.
I'm also going to guess this is a good card.
Sadly, no. Crystal Beasts suck. Like, this is one of the two better cards in the Crystal Beast archetype, and sadly, they don't see competitive play. They see some competitive experimentation, but overall they're sadly just not good, which is a shame, because Crystal Beasts are a fan favorite. They're from the anime, the GX anime, and they're a fun deck, but
they look really cool.
They're kind of bad.
That one looks really cool anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, this one's kind of the mascot of the Crystal Beasts, and it's adorable.
It is adorable.
But sadly, and of the Crystal Beasts, it's one of the good ones, but because Crystal Beasts in general are bad, this card is sadly bad. Alright, moving on to the next one. You saw Rescue Cat. Let's see how you do with Rescue Rabbit.
Cannot be special summoned from the deck. Oh, I'm sorry. Rescue Rabbit. Cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can banish this card with control summon spell or summons to level 4 or lower monsters with the same. I feel like I'm reading a book. A really bad, dry, boring book. I love you.
Yeah, this Yu-Gi-Oh is a game for lawyers.
I can tell. Anyway, or lower monsters within the same name of your deck, but destroy them during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Rabbit once per turn.
Okay, so 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name. So they have no effects, which, yeah.
Well, Rescue Cat was banned, but I'm just gonna guess that Rescue Rabbit is good.
Yeah, it's good. It got limited for a while, but yeah, this is the more balanced version of Rescue Rabbit, which actually this card also has a format named after it called Dino Rabbit.
Aww.
Yeah, so you would use Rescue Rabbit, you'd tribute it off to summon 2 level 4 dinosaur monsters, and then you'd use those dinosaur monsters to Xyz summon a either a Logia or a Dulka, and yeah, it was a whole thing. It was good back then, but yeah.
It's adorable until you realize that rabbits eat their own poop.
I mean,
or you watch ReZero.
Yeah, I mean, at least rabbits eat their own poop instead of human flesh.
Oh.
All right.
I wonder why it has blood red eyes.
All right.
Funicula.
Yep. All right, moving on to the next one. I know you'll like this one.
Madolche. Madolche Queen Tiramisu. Ooh, delicious. I love tiramisu. 2 level 4 Madolche monsters once per turn. You can detach material from this card, then target up to 2 Madolche cards in your GY. Shuffle those cards into the deck. Also, after that, shuffle cards into your opponent controls the deck up to the number of Madolche cards returned.
Okay. All right, so the 2 level 4 Madolche monsters, those are the materials, because this is an Xyz monster. So, so you stack those materials on top of each other and place this on top of them from the extra deck, and then the effect is you detach and then shuffle stuff in your graveyard back, and then shuffle cards your opponent controls into their deck.
This sounds broken to me.
Okay. Well, sadly, it is not. But it was good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Madolche is one of those decks that... okay, so it was good at one point during hat format. And then after it kind of fell out of favor, people have been trying to make Madolche work again for, like, ever. And sadly, even with the new support, which made it really good, it's still not good enough to see competitive play. But it was good at one point, and this is their boss monster, and yeah, it's really good because it's non-targeting removal, which, you know, a lot of, like, boss monsters have targeting protection, and so the fact that, you know, they don't target, you know, yeah. Anyway, all right, moving on to the next one.
Ghost Trick Jack Frost. Cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghost Trick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card face down defense position when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack. You can change your opponent's monster to face down defense position, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand face down defense position.
Alright. So, basically, okay, so you know how I was talking about how, you know, flipping stuff in the last video, you were like, see, I don't know what that means. To me, you're just saying flip-flop, flip-flop. Ghost Tricks are a very flip-heavy deck.
I'm gonna guess this is a bad card.
Yeah, Ghost Tricks suck. Again, fan favorite deck that people try to make work, but Ghost Tricks suck. But, I mean, they have a boss monster that saw competitive play, but the deck as a whole, you know, isn't good. Especially now that Link monsters exist, because they can't be flipped face down or even exist in defense position. So, it's useless against an entire summoning mechanic. So, yeah. All right, next up.
Quantum Cat. Activate this card by declaring one monster type and one attribute summon monster. This card as a normal monster. Level 4 attack, defense 2200. With that type and attribute. This card is still a trap card.
So basically, it's a trap that you activate and it becomes a monster. And, it has those stats, and then you declare a type and attribute, and that's its type and attribute.
I'm gonna guess this is a good card.
Nope. No, sadly, this card is bad. It just, there wasn't really a chance for this card to see competitive play at any point, because when it came out, was like towards the end of Hat format and towards the beginning of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And so, and at the beginning, and once modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Started, traps started being too slow, and trap monsters in general have never really been all that good. But, yeah. But, I mean, it's cute. It's a kitty.
It is a cute kitty.
Yeah. Alright. Next one.
Fluffle Dog. When this card is normal or special summoned from the hand, you can add one Edge Imp Sabers or one Fluffle monster from your deck to your hand, except Fluffle Dog. You may only use the effect of Fluffle Dog once per turn.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's a good card.
Yep. Yeah, Fluffles have seen competitive play off and on. Sometimes it comes up as a rogue strategy, and yeah, this is one of their starters. So, excuse me. So yeah, not really much to say about it. Just good,
Cute.
good card and a good strategy, and it's cute. All right, next one. Oh wait, yeah. All right.
Magispector Raccoon.
Bunbuku.
Yeah. When this card is normal or special summon, you can add a Magispector monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Magispector Raccoon Bambaku.
Buku. Bunbuku.
Once per turn. While this card is in your monster zone, your opponent cannot target it with its effects. Also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects.
Yeah.
This sounds broken to me.
Alright. Why do you say that?
It just sounds broken to me. I don't know what you're wanting me to say. Look, there are fractions, and there are things, and there's math, and I can't explain it, but it sounds broken.
Well, a card in the archetype is broken and got banned, but this and this card searched it out, but this card never got banned. But it is a good card. And Magispectors as an archetype sort of saw competitive experimentation, but they mostly ended up just kind of being in a pendulum pile kind of deck. So basically you'd run 3 copies of this and 3 copies of the other card, Magispector Unicorn Kirin, and Pepe ran this, which was one of Yu-Gi-Oh's few true tier 0 formats, and that format was like so bad that they had to come out with an emergency ban list like 2 weeks later. So yeah, so this card was in that, but it didn't get banned. Eventually Kirin did though, and I even have a meme for that one. I'll have to show it to you later. In fact, I'll put it on screen now, and you can see it when you watch the video later. So anyway, all right, moving on to the next one. Last time you were like dominating. This time you're not doing as well. Hopefully you can turn it around.
Traptrix Rafflesia.
Rafflesia.
2 level 4 monsters, unaffected by trap cards when it has material trap tricks monsters you control, except trap tricks Refleeza. Cannot be destroyed in battle. Your opponent cannot target trap tricks monsters you control, except trap tricks with card effects once per turn. I. Yeah. Bleh.
Would it help if I like broke it up for you?
I think you should just read this one.
Okay. Unaffected by trap effects while it has material. That's one effect. The next effect. Trap tricks monsters you control except trap tricks Refleeza cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's the end of the second one. Your opponent cannot target trap tricks monsters you control except trap tricks Refleeza with card effects. That's the end of that one. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, send one whole normal trap that meets the activation condition from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that trap card's effect when that card is activated.
I'm gonna guess this is a good card.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's been seeing play in it's been seeing play in rank 4 toolboxes ever since its release, and then when they eventually moved away from the rank 4 toolbox, it still saw some play in the Trap Tricks archetype. I want to say Trap Tricks has been a rogue strategy as recently as, I want to say, like 2 years ago? But anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's a good card. Alright, next one.
Fairy Tale Snow. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down position. If this card is in your GY quick effect, you can banish 7 other cards from your hand field and or GY special summon this card.
Okay. Alright, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that is a broken card.
Okay. Is it because it's not a once per turn?
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's broken because it's not a once per turn. So, yeah, they banned this card, and then they unbanned it, and then they quickly realized their mistake and banned it again. so yeah, this if they made the special summon effect a hard once per turn, then maybe, this card could come back, but no, this is too broken. But anyway. Alright, moving on to the next one.
Ooh, Wind Witch. Ice Spell. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hands. Then special summon one Wind Witch monster from your deck. But if it cannot be tributed, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. The turn activate this effect except level 5 or higher Wind Witch monsters. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent. You can use the effect of Wind Witch Ice Spell once per turn.
Yeah. So basically, if you control nothing, it special summons itself as well as another Wind Witch. And there is a restriction that you can't summon anything but level 5 or higher wind monsters from the extra deck for that turn. And also, when it's summoned, normal or special, you inflict damage to the opponent.
I'm gonna guess this is a bad card.
Alright. Why do you say that it's bad?
Because if I remember right, you said the deck was outdated.
Okay, I said it was outdated. Does that mean... That means it's bad currently. What about in the past?
That would make it a good card.
Okay. Well, was it good in the past or not?
I'm gonna guess yes.
Yeah. So, people would play what is called the Wind Witch engine. So they'd run 3 Ice Spell, 2 Glass Spell, a Snow Bell, and in the extra deck they'd run a oh, I'm blanking on the name of the level 7 synchro. But they'd run all those and use all of that to summon a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon that can't be destroyed by card effects. And so yeah, some decks would run that as an engine, and you'd be able to get an indestructible Crystal Wing out onto the board without even using your normal summon. So yeah, it's a pretty good engine, or was a pretty good engine. Now, I mean, because it locks you into wind monsters from the extra deck, it's not as good as it could be. If a wind deck were to come along, then yeah, it'd be a lot better. But wind is the least supported attribute in Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, and the Wind Witch deck as a deck, sadly, isn't as good as I'd like it to be. I do like the Wind Witch cards; they're fun to use. So,
This is the deck you attempted to teach me with.
Yeah, and given the amount of text on it, probably not the best idea. But anyway, okay, moving on.
Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. When a card effect is activated, including these effects, quick effect, you can discard this card and negate that effect. Add a card from the deck to your hand. Special summon it from the deck. Send a card from the deck to the GY. Then you can use the effect of Ash Blossom Joyous Spring once per turn.
Yeah. So basically, this is what we call a hand trap. If your opponent tries to do something, tries to do one of these three things, you can discard this card and negate the effect.
I think this card is broken.
Okay. Well, it's not. It's just good. Yeah. It has been a staple since its release. Out in 2016? Yeah, 2016. This card was released and was an automatic include in every single deck since its release, pretty much. Obviously, there have been some exceptions for some decks and some formats, but overall, this has been a really good staple and has just seen consistent competitive play. And at first, people wanted this card banned, but then eventually, when it got enough reprints to where it wasn't expensive anymore, people were okay with it. Because, it's so broken because we're so broke. But yeah, so yeah, it's just good. All right, moving on to the next one. This is another one. So we call Ash Blossom one of the Ghost Girls. They're one of they're 6 hand traps that But anyway, so here's another one of the Ghost Girls.
Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion. When a card effect is activated that includes any of these effects, quick effect, you can discard this card, negate that action. Add a card from the GY to your hand, deck, or extra deck. Special summon a monster cards from the GY. Banish a card from the GY. You can only use the effect of Ghost Spell or Haunted Mansion once per turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess this is a good card.
Yep. Not as auto include as Ash Blossom, but it is still a good staple that sees play depending on the format. Oh, if there's a graveyard centric deck, this card sees play. Oh, we've got a kitty. We've got an adorable kitty. But yeah, so yeah, it's not busted. But it still sees play and is a good card. All right, moving on to the next one.
Dragon Maid, Hospitality. Special summon one Dragon Maid monster from your hand or from the GY in the defense position. And then you can send a Dragon Maid monster with the same attribute at a different level from your deck to the GY. You can only activate one Dragon Maid Hospitality per turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess this is a good card.
Okay. Well, sadly, it is not. Dragon Maids have not seen competitive play. People have tried to make Dragon Maids work, but they're just not competitively viable. Sadly. Yeah.
That is sad.
Yeah. Because I know that you think that they're cute.
They are cute.
Yeah. And they're a favorite because, you know, Dragon Wife.
When I had a dual, what is it?
Oh, mate, a maid and master duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was my pet animal.
Yeah, Laundry Dragon Maid is her maid in Master Duel. Even though she doesn't play Master Duel, Laundry Dragon Maid is her mate. So.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Malfi tag. Oh, thank God. Target one.
Oh,
Malfi
because
monster.
there's not much text on it.
Yes, I'm not reading a book this time. Target one Malfi monster in your GY. Special summon it. You can only activate one Malfi tag per turn.
Okay. What are you thinking? Other than, thank God there's few
I
words.
think my mind is mushed. I think we might just have to do 10 next time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna guess this is a good card.
Well, the Melfi cards have seen competitive play as an engine. However, as an engine, they don't run this. Because this is more for the deck itself. But, you know, as
So this is a bad card.
technically, yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's good in the deck, but the deck isn't good.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, moving on.
My mind is very mushy.
Alright, well, including this one, there's only 3 left.
Purely.
Pearly.
If this card is normal or special summoned, you can
Excavate.
excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. And if you do, you can add one excavated Pearly spell trap to your hand. Also, place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Once per turn in your main phase, you can reveal one Pearly quick play spell in your hand. Special summon one XYZ monster. XYZ monster.
Xyz.
Oh, Xyz. From your extra deck that mentions the card. By using this card control as a material, attach the revealed summon monster. This is treated by your Xyz summon. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna guess this is a broken card.
No, but it is a good card and is good currently. Like, the Pearly deck is good. Well, not right now, but as recently as, like, a format or 2 ago. So, yeah, Pearly is a good deck and still a good deck. It's seeing rogue experimentation still right now just because it's a fan favorite. Because, I mean, it's cats. They're cute little cats. And, yeah.
I would know nothing about loving cats.
Okay. Alright. Moving on to the next one.
How do you say that?
Molcharmi Fuelos.
Okay. You read it.
Alright. If you control no cards, quick effect, you can discard this card, apply these effects this turn. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from the deck and or extra deck, immediately draw 1 card. Once, during the end phase, if the number of cards in your hand is more than the number of cards your opponent controls plus 6, you must randomly shuffle cards from your hand into the deck so that the number in your hand equals the number your opponent controls plus 6. You can only activate one other Molcharmi monster effect the turn you activate this effect.
I'm gonna guess this is a good card. Yes.
Yeah. Yep, it's good. And it's also like really, really new. Um, so this is a fixed version of the best card in the game, known as Max C, which is just if your opponent special summons, draw a card. And so it's the most broken card in the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and they're trying to balance it by splitting it up into three separate cards. This is just one of them, and for each of them, it's if your opponent special summons from a particular place, and yeah, so yeah, it's a good card, and is seeing competitive play right now. It just came out in not this most recent set, but the one before it. Core set anyway. So, yeah. All right, next one, and this is the newest one of the ones that we have.
Malice. White Rabbit.
Malice P. White Rabbit.
You take no damage from battles involving Malice Link monsters to the point where...
Point to this card.
Okay. You can only use one of the following effects of Malice P. White Rabbit once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you set one Malice trap from your deck with a different name than the cards in your GY. If this card is banished, you can pay 300 life points to special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of your turn, except Link monsters.
Yep.
This just sounds good to me.
Yeah, it is. So, the format that we're in right now is between two... There are two decks that are considered to be the best deck, Ryziel and Malice, and this Malice is, one of the two best cards in the format, and it's too new for anything to have been banned, but yeah, so this is a good card because it's one of the starters for one of the best decks in the format, and yeah,
It looks really cool.
yeah. So Malice is as an archetype is a cross between Malware and Alice in Wonderland.
I kind of figured the Alice in Wonderland. It looks really cool.
Yeah. It's actually so when in Japan it's actually spelled like Mal and Alice, like malice, like the word. But for whatever reason, when they localized it, for whatever reason they thought it was like too evil or something, so they changed the spelling. So it's supposed to be a pun of Mal and Alice and the word malice, and but they changed the spelling, and I don't understand why. but yeah, so yeah. All right, so what do you think?
I think I need to quit guessing everything is a good card.
I mean, you were kind of right with a lot of it. Just you can't tell if something is bad or broken.
No. But I'm getting better.
Yeah. Also, we're getting to where there's too much text on the cards.
If I lean forward, it's because I'm literally doing this just to read the text.
Yeah, it's just like using it to like kind of, yeah.
I do it when reading chapter books too. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but anyway, all right. Well, yeah.
Wait.
What?
Like and subscribe.
All right. Well,
I knew I was gonna get you back for that.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the previous video, check that one out. I like that one better than the first one, but for whatever reason it didn't do as well as the first one. So if you haven't seen that one, please check that one out. But yeah. So anyway,
And next time we'll be doing waifu cards.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, we say Happy Valentine's Day for the next one, because that one will be on Valentine's
Happy
Day.
early Valentine's Day.
Alright, catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye. You cannot special summon monsters in the extra deck. Twilight. I'm busy.
Go ahead and grab her.
Trying to. She won't let me. You'll just have to edit that out.